segment of 501c Nonprofit TV, a segment of PSI TV where we do a community give back, because we believe that having been a blessing, having been blessed, we should be a blessing back. So we have been talking to some awesome nonprofits who have been serving their community, giving a voice to the voiceless, the helpless, or to deserving groups in their community. And this is a way for them to build some awareness and hopefully some additional support. So today, my awesome guest is Miss Ashley Chesney. Ashley, welcome.
Hi, thank you so much for having me today, Trudy.
No problem. Now, Ashley is equal parts purpose and passion, using her knack for storytelling to change the world for children. She has published numerous children's books and is an award-winning social education expert. She excels at making learning exciting and meaningful for children of color. She has served over 5,000 children with her books and social education programs. In 2017, she funded the award-winning literacy-based nonprofit Genius Patch to do programming in the community. And this programming has gone through the world from Detroit all the way to Central Region, Ghana. So Miss Ashley, welcome.
Thank you so much.
Tell us a little bit about the mission of Genius Patch.
So for Genius Patch, our focus is to engage historically underrepresented children with accessible programming. It has to be accessible that makes learning exciting and meaningful for them. As a literacy organization, our focus is a little bit different. It's not to teach the actual skill of reading and writing, it's to get children excited about it. So I'm a caring community member. I am not trained in how to teach skills, but I can make it fun. I can make it exciting so that when children show up to the classroom or when they have any task, they have the confidence to engage in it and succeed at it.
Awesome. Yes. I really believe that readers are going to be great leaders. So that's awesome if they get excited about reading. So tell me, you know, clearly you're passionate about this. So what made you so passionate about putting all this energy into this organization?
Yeah, so it actually started really when I was a child. I remember my father taking my sister and I to the local library, and I was not interested in reading at all, Trudy. My sister and my mom could read 500-page books in a day, and I just didn't get it. And it was a form of rebellion for me because I didn't see anybody who looked like me in the books. I didn't see children who looked like me having fun and going on adventures, and so I didn't like to read. Well, in 2014, I decided that I would start my journey into becoming a children's author. And I had my first school reading. And I thought I did an awesome job, Trudy. I was patting myself on the back in my head, reading to these local Detroit students. And a little boy in 4th grade came up to me after I was done, and he said, "You didn't write that book." And I was like, "What do you mean? My name's here, my picture's on the back. I wrote it." And he said something that really changed my life and challenged me to do more. He said, "You couldn't have written that book because all authors are old white men with glasses." And I had that exact same expression. I was taken aback, but I thought about this connection between not only not seeing children who reflected the readers in the books, but the people who wrote them. Is it culturally relevant or as culturally relevant if the writer is not from the same background or demographic? And so this little boy, to me, he challenged me to say, come up with a solution. And so I started working in 2014 to come up with a solution. I had no idea what I was doing. I have 2 degrees in business. So working with kids was not something that I thought I would do. But because I started this journey into becoming a children's author, and one of my audience members identified a problem for me, that journey into solving it and solving it creatively, I got hooked after that. In 2015, I did my first summer camp, and it opened to 120 kids, K through 6. And I have been learning from the kids and doing it since.
Wow, what a story. That is amazing. High five, lady.
Yeah.
All right, so clearly the children benefit from this organization, at least I would hope so. So what about volunteers, sponsors, that kind of a thing? If they interact with Genius Patch, what can they look forward to? What can they expect?
I think one of the greatest benefits is the confidence in our volunteers and even our parents to get children excited. So the way that I train our volunteers is to focus on engagement. A lot of times we're task driven. So we say, well, this is the activity for the day. So we have to do it. We have to do it this way. Well, when you come to Genius Patch programming and work with Mrs. Ashley and her special friends, it's not about that. It's about, did the children have a positive experience? And so one of the greatest benefits is people in the community realizing that they could really impact how our children view education and view themselves, and in a way that doesn't require a lot of training and allows them to be their full selves. For our sponsors, we love and appreciate our sponsors and donors so much. We highlight them in anything that we do because all of our work is made possible by the kindness of those sponsors and donors.
Okay, fantastic. So if someone is watching this show and they're like, wow, this is something I'd like to be a part of or I'd like to contribute to, tell us a little bit about the future dreams that they would be participating in.
So one thing we did was already planning to do it, but it happened right on time with COVID-19 happening. Typically, all of our programming has been in the community, in person. We wanted to expand our reach. So through Mrs. Ashley's Learning Emporium on YouTube, we've been doing virtual programming, but we have a lot to compete with. Of course, we have lots of animated content available for children, but there's still not a lot of representation in that content. So we would love to have a fully animated channel that children can, and you can probably tell by the background, I usually record and it's Mrs. Ashley talking, but we would like to come up with some innovative content that can be animated and meet the interests of children. Another thing we would like to do is start to transform neighborhoods. So a lot of neighborhoods where I'm from in Detroit has a lot of blight. And so of course that causes additional risk for children in the neighborhood. We would like to see some of those blighted houses and abandoned houses and even the lots turned into some what I call read and play parks, where we have little mini libraries and park equipment there. So you get to go to a playground and be engaged in reading and writing. And so we would just love to see that.
Well, if you ever do decide on a TV channel, let's connect on that. Awesome. Awesome. So how can people follow up with you?
Yes, you can reach out to me at info@geniuspatch.org. You can learn more about Genius Patch at www.geniuspatch.org. You can follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Genius Patch. And then you can follow Mrs. Ashley at Mrs. Ashley Chesney on Instagram and Mrs. Ashley on Facebook.
And is there anything else you'd like to share with us before we go?
I mean, I'm always so excited to meet other people who care about what we do because that's what makes the difference for our children. Working together with caring community members like Trudy, sharing our message and putting us out there, it makes a huge difference. So I'm honored to be here to talk to you today.
Thank you so much, Ashley. Just give us the website one more time before we go.
It's www.geniuspatch.org.
And thank you very much, Ashley Chesney, for being my awesome guest today on 501c Nonprofit TV, a segment of PSI TV where we give small businesses a big presence. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Trudy.